Yeah. It, it's hard to say, oh, this is a sad story, but it was fun at times doing it together. And
Mhm.
that's what I would say. It's a hard story, but we
Mhm.
reflect back on it, and it didn't feel impossible in any way, and it wasn't making one of us feel negative about the other.
Mm-mm. And she was very, I will say, she was very gracious with my edits. I had a lot of edits around things that I understand from being in the eating disorder community that I wouldn't expect someone else to understand that hasn't had to sit in a treatment center for a year of their life. But
Mm.
Yeah.
certain things like calorie amounts, certain ways of talking about a body, certain focus on numbers, um, that a typical person who's either in the medical community, which is my mom, or someone that's not had an eating disorder, which is also my mom, would just include because it makes sense to include. I
Mm.
asked her to remove a lot of that, and she did, which I appreciate. And I think it felt important to me because I was concerned that people that were reading it would get lost in that and then not take the rest of the book for what it needed to give them, just
Yeah.
because there's so much competition with folks, particularly folks with anorexia. And if they see a number that's not their number, then they want that number.
They
Oh
Or
my.
yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot of stuff that happens with numbers with anorexics.
Oh, wow. So you're talking about even a description of like how few calories you were
Yes,
having or things like
absolutely.
that. Wow.
Someone
Yeah.
else,
Well, of course, takes somebody who understands it to know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if she had put X number and that person that's reading the book ate more than that number, then the
Yeah.
person might go, "Oh, I need to reduce my calories more." Or
Yeah.
if she had shared my body weight, they might have gone, "Oh, well, I was less than that, so I'm doing better." Or they might have
Yeah.
gone, "Oh, she was less than me." And then additionally, just in terms of this being a book that's available to support folks who are suffering, the gold standard would be National Association for Eating Disorders. A lot of NEDA, a lot of these groups will not support a book if there's a focus on those things that could be triggering. So I just
Hmm.
felt like in order to give this book the best shot also of clinicians taking it seriously in the field, we just had to
Mhm.
get rid of some of that, even though it actually did make the book honestly probably additionally, a little bit more compelling because the reader would see, oh, this person was like not a little sick, they were really dealing with a severe illness. But she was
Hmm.
great about getting rid of all that stuff. There was no argument there. She was just like, all right, done. In the next
Yeah.
edit, it'll all be gone. Then I got the
Yeah.
next edit, and it was all gone.
Yeah.
Mm.